Look at this. Look at this. Oh, hi guys. Lance here from the Rocky Mountain Life channel. And I've met a new potential riding partner. This is a gentleman I just met this morning. His name is Steve. I met him kind of through a Facebook post that he put up. He was going to do a ride today and was wondering if anybody would want to join him. And I saw that post and I got to thinking about it, and one of the challenges I have in finding riding partners is my work schedule. I work weekends, so most people go out on the weekends and ride, and of course that's when I cannot. So when he posted he wanted to do it in the middle of the week, I thought, boy, that's perfect for me. I'm already off work on those days. And I wasn't sure how many friends he had in the area or anything else, so I let it sit for about 24 hours after he made the post. Kind of kept my eye on it. And nobody was responding to him. 0 responses. So after about 24 hours, and I didn't see any responses, I thought, well, shoot, how am I going to meet any, I'm not going to be able to meet new riding buddies unless I get out and try. Even though I'm a hardcore introvert, it's a little difficult for me to put myself out and meet new people, but I thought, you know what, let's just give it a shot and see. So that's what we're doing. We met up this morning and we're taking a ride that Steve had planned out. I didn't want to mess with his plans at all because it sounded good to me. And as near as I can tell, I expect this ride today to be pretty close to dual sport perfection, or at least dual sport paradise. Perfection might be a bit of a stretch. I'm not sure how you would define that. How do you say this is the perfect ride? Well, perfect ride for me might be different than the perfect ride for somebody else. But I will say that this is going to likely be excellent unless we spend the whole day behind these heavy equipment operators. It is nice that they're grading the roads and keeping them in working order, but when they're freshly scraped, they're loose and it makes things a little squirrely now. Because this is a dual sport ride, I came from the house on pavement, so I've got more air in the tires than I normally have. That's going to make it a little bit more squirrely on these dirt roads. But by the way, Steve is riding a KLX 300 that he just got. He's only put about 200 and some miles on it since he's got it. He's only had it for about 5 weeks, he says. And he just moved here from another part of the country to retire out here. Well, he's been retired for a little while, but his wife just retired. I'm not retired yet. Wife and I are still working on that online business. Still working on building it up, and that's the goal, is to get retired a little early. I really don't have any desire to work the rest of my life. In fact, in all honesty, the goal is to have me retired by 55 years old. So at the time of this recording, I've got 3 years to get that built up to where it supports us. I think this is Old Stage Road. I'm basically following Steve and just enjoying it. The weather's perfect. I mean, we're up here in the mountains now. Not terribly high. We're at 7,600, almost 7,700 feet above sea level. But it's 62 degrees outside. It's just perfect. It's beautiful. Except for the stupid graffiti on the rocks. Yeah, idiots. Yep. Dual sport paradise. Just a beautiful day and a beautiful ride. Not overly challenging, but absolutely stunning scenery. And yeah, you could get out and drive this in a Jeep or something like that. But I believe that even in a soft top Jeep with the top off, you're just not immersed in it the same way you are on a motorcycle. Yeah, you might feel the wind on the, the open top, and you might smell the trees, but I think it's just different when you're on a motorcycle. You feel the bumps more. You hear the wind whistling more. I don't know if that whistle is picking up in the mic or not. I'm wearing my street helmet today because I knew there's going to be some pavement sections. And this has a visor and stuff, so if I get caught in a rainstorm, it'll protect me a little bit better than my normal helmet that I usually wear. But the wind just whistles through this thing, even if I have the visor closed, I think. Oh no, it whistles less with the visor closed. But I'm enjoying the wind blowing across my face, so I'm opening it up, keeping it open. But it's just a more immersive experience, I think, when you do this on a motorcycle than driving this in a Jeep or a truck or something. So this here is Teller County Road 86. This is known as a scenic byway. We're actually headed sort of southbound, and we're going to end up near Canyon City, I believe. I've never been here. Definitely pretty, and look at this canyon. Can I tilt my head up high enough to show it to you? Look at this. Look at this. Can't beat it. Cannot beat the scenery. Few little lonely raindrops. Very few. Just enough to notice on my visor. Oh my goodness, what an area. And you could drive a 4x4 down here. In fact, you could probably drive almost anything down here, because I passed a Nissan Leaf a minute ago.
It's crazy, that canyon right there.
Oh my goodness. I was trying to film it and I wasn't sure I could tilt my head back far enough to show the top. But yeah, as I was saying, I've been seeing all kinds of cars on here, including a little tiny Nissan Leaf, which to me doesn't have the ground clearance or suspension for much off-roading. So if it can handle it, I'm sure that pretty much anything else can. Beautiful though. Worth the drive. Definitely worth the ride. It's always good to stop and look around. Take in the scenery. Look at this. See if I can show this to you. Water down there. And this canyon is straight up. Way up there. What a ride. It's funny, I was uncertain about this whole trip just because I'd never done it before, and just following him and his plan that he'd mapped out for him, that he was going to ride by himself if nobody came with him. And I had no idea how difficult it was going to be. I thought maybe he's going to, get me into something that's too hard for me. And maybe it was going to be all pavement. I didn't know. I just didn't know. Boy, am I glad I came along. Oh my goodness. What a view. This has been spectacular. That last 15 minutes coming through that canyon, just unbelievable. Dual sport paradise indeed. also like how Steve will stop once in a while just to enjoy the scenery. Look at that. There's water way at the bottom. That is so steep and deep. I'm sure the camera flattens it out and makes it look small and not that impressive, but that is a gorge down there. But it sure is beautiful to ride through. My goodness. Gonna have to take the wife through here in the Jeep one of these days, I think. Well, we're only part way through our ride today. It's not even noon yet. Already seen some spectacular scenery. I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of the ride will bring us. Hopefully something that's as cool as that. And maybe if we're lucky, we'll even come back up it.